Samba Sport Podcast, where stories are told.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of the Samba Sport Podcast, where stories are told. My name is Hafsa Muhammad. Today we are privileged to be visiting our second school that the Samba Sport Youth Agenda is implementing the English Access Microscholarship Program, and we're privileged that today the Deputy Principal, Madam, will be telling us more about the impact the program has had in her school in regards to the attitude of the students and also the impact it has had on the teachers as well. I'd like to give this opportunity to the principal to introduce herself and tell us a little bit about Mrima Secondary School's journey with the Samba Sport Youth Agenda team. Karibu.
Well, thank you, Hafsa. My name is Madam Asha Masengo Hamisi. I am the Deputy Mrima Secondary School, and I'm glad to welcome you to our school, the Samba Sport team, the Access Program representatives. You are highly welcomed in our school, and we are really grateful for this program. As far as the program is concerned, there is a change or an impact that has been made by the program on the teachers and on the learners. On the teachers, we want to thank the Fulbright teacher, Madam Nadia. Madam Nadia is a blessing to our school. She is a source of inspiration to the learners and to the teachers. Madam Nadia has gone out of her way to make English as a subject look simple, look interesting, and there is a departure from how the students in our school were viewing English as a subject. There is a change, a positive change that we can see. The learners now love English. The learners now can speak English. The learners have also gained confidence in how they speak. At least they can feel English is not a foreign language. It's something that can be done. It's something that is doable, and they can do it. So the learners are actually improving on their language skills, and want to thank the teacher. The teachers also have benefited from this, because what the Access team is bringing us is the Access team is trying to simplify the approaches that we teachers of language use in teaching the language. So for now, we can say the teachers of English have a simplified way of approaching the learners, of approaching the language at large.
Madam, if I may, you just mentioned Madam Nadia, who is a beneficiary of the Fulbright scholarship, courtesy of who is also stationed at the Samba Sport Youth Agenda, and you've also gone further to explain how she's gone out of her way to encourage students through the books they've had, the laptops, equipment they've been brought to Mrima Secondary School, and I'm very sure that viewers would want to know the relationship between Madam Nadia from Fulbright and the Samba team and the teachers here. How has that relationship been as far as implementing the English Access Microscholarship Program is concerned?
Well, thank you, Madam Hafsa. There is a cordial relationship between the access teacher, Teacher Nadia, and the school, the learners and the teachers at large, want to appreciate her for her effort that she's making towards the development of the language in this particular school. Madam Nadia has introduced a book club in our school where learners have access to some storybooks. These learners, once they read these storybooks, they have a session with Madam Nadia to go and retell the stories they have learned. So the attitude of the learners has been changed, number one. Number two, there is that reading culture that has been developed in our school through the library that was installed, through the book club that is there. And it's not just benefiting the access students. Yeah. The rest of the school are also allowed to go and borrow these books. They read, find time, retell the stories that they have read. Yes. And you realize this is boosting the reading culture in the school. It is boosting the confidence in speaking in English. It is boosting their morale towards the language at large. So we really thank her, and she's truly a blessing to us.
Apart from Madam Nadia,
yes,
I'm well aware that there are other teachers as well who have worked closely with the Summer School Youth Agenda. And also, what is are there any changes that you've seen from that point? And would we also have an explanation of what those other teachers have done towards changing the attitude of the students towards the English Microscholarship Program?
Thank you. Yeah, we have other teachers. We have Teacher Nancy. Yes. We also have Teacher Eunice. She's not around this time. We also have Teacher Jen, yes, the one in charge of the digital literacy. And they are working closely with Teacher Nadia. And if I'll begin with Teacher Nancy, I would gladly and openly say that Teacher Nancy is loved by the students. They love Teacher Nancy so much. Why? They love Teacher Nancy because she's a role model to them. She inspires or instills confidence in them. Yes. Yeah. Teacher Nancy assures them that this is not something that cannot be done. English language is just as simple as anything else. So English can be done, English can be spoken. We at Mrima can also speak English. So there is that confidence that is being built by Teacher Nancy and the other teachers. It's not Teacher Nancy alone. We have Teacher Ludia and so many others that are working together to ensure that language in our school is improved. And I can even tell you for sure, we did our opener the second week of this term. And when we were declaring the results, we had around 5 students from the access program who became champions, the subject champions in their classes. Like we have Luvuno Nyamawi in Form 2. She was a subject champion, I think English. So there is that improvement, noticeable improvement in our learners, and we really thank God for that.
Madam, let me bring to your attention that at Summer School Youth Agenda, and as far as the English Access Microscholarship Program is concerned, we have this slogan that we normally tell our students that English access is success. And truly, it's evident from what you've just told me that the success is not just seen or just portrayed from the students' performance, but also the teachers, yes, from Teacher Nancy to the other teachers, and what also Teacher Nadia has brought on board from the Fulbright scholarship. And we're also glad that as the Deputy Principal, Mrima, you've seen that impact. But then again, we'd like you to tell us, what are some of the things that you'd like to be improved as far as the program is concerned in regard to the students and also the teachers as well?
Well, thank you. So far we've seen a lot of goodies that are coming along with the program, and we really appreciate that. We are grateful for the books, we are grateful for the equipment that we had, the laptops, the learners are enjoying browsing, yeah. However, I'd ask the program, the Access program, to find it, to actually come up with a proper timing of their activities that are being implemented in school, such that these activities do not interfere with the school programs. For example, we have some activities that take place at between 4:30 to 5:30. And we usually have the extracurricular activities at that time. So you realize that these learners in the Access group will miss out on the extracurricular activity and will have to attend the Access programs, of which I think both are important. The Access is important, the extracurricular activities are also important. So I think we should come up with appropriate timings so that these learners do not miss out on the school programs.
Thank you so much for that insight. I'd like to take you back a little bit. When the English Microscholarship Program was beginning, especially in the Mombasa County, because it started off in Kwale County and now it's being implemented by Samba Sport Youth Agenda in Mombasa County. Students from Mrima Secondary School were taken to camp in Nairobi, and basically the camp was to teach them more on how responsible they're supposed to be and also what the English Access Microscholarship Program would be about. And currently, as we speak, the government of Kenya is implementing the CBC curriculum, especially in the lower primary and the kindergarten and the primary schools. But here in high school, Mrima, Samba Sport has introduced the co-curricular activities, as you say, the community services where students have partaked in the beach cleanups and the camps. What's your take on that strategy coming from Samba Sport and the English Access Microscholarship Program?
Well, I feel that strategy is in order. It is in order because what the CBC is actually focusing on is the core values, problem solving, creativity, innovativeness, citizenship, learning to learn. So what Samba Sport is doing is instilling these values to the learners. So it's a nice strategy and it is in line with the CBC, and I don't think whether we should do away with it. I think we should continue with it because the agenda for the Samba Sport, I think, is in line with the CBC. So that is good.
Thank you so much. We've had a lot, and I think the English Microscholarship Program is doing more on the language itself, how students speak, the writing itself. How has it boosted your students' confidence as far as speaking is concerned? And then again, knowing that the English Microscholarship Program is a US embassy-sponsored project, yeah. How different is it? How different is it from the English that we've gone through in the Kenyan curriculum and the English that the students are being taken through the English Access Microscholarship Program.
Thank you. The English that the Access program is doing is just to simplify it and make it more practical. Unlike what we teach. What we teach is basically theoretical. Access program is going down to make it practical. For instance, we talk about writing. We write, there are so many types of writings. But we don't go a step ahead to publish these stories. Something that the Samba Sport, the Access team are doing. So the learners, once they see their stories published, they're like, oh, so we can do it. So this thing is doable. It is boosting their morale. The learners have become more confident. They are writing. I'm telling you, teachers of languages of language in this school are marking compositions. Yes. They are marking stories. Students have developed that interest to write because of that magazine. Yeah. So they're so happy. They are liking the language, and it has really boosted their morale. These students are confident that language, the English Access program, is beneficial to them. Yeah, so they are taking it positively. It has boosted their morale. The students are so confident, and we thank God for that.
The English Microscholarship Program, madam, talks about or benefits a number of students. I'd like you to also tell us the number. And then again, would you also recommend, because we are very sure that there are other students who are not part of the program but would like to be included. Kindly tell us the number that is benefiting the students now, currently, and would there be an appeal for the rest to also benefit from you?
Well, currently we have 26 students. We have 26 students benefiting from the program.
Yes.
And in a population of about 1,000 students, we feel the impact of the project or the program will take time to reach the whole population. Because we are talking about 26 against 1,000 plus. So would really ask the Access project, the programmers and all that, if they can consider coming up with a program that can accommodate more. I'll not give you the number, but at least more, so that the agenda that the project has can be implemented and it can impact a large number of the students. Otherwise, 26, we appreciate, but the number is too low.
Thank you so much. The English Microscholarship Program is being sponsored by the U.S. Embassy and is being implemented by the Samba Sport Youth Agenda team here at Mrima. And as an appeal from Madam Deputy Principal here, the number that is benefiting the students here at Mrima could be increased to a larger number so that students can fully feel the impact of the English Microscholarship Access Program. It's been a pleasure, madam. Thank you so much for hosting us. Thank you for also allowing viewers from across the globe to understand what the English Microscholarship Program is doing here at Mrima Secondary School, Mombasa County, Kenya. And we're also glad that English is not becoming a foreign language to your students anymore, but a language that students can use and also teach others who probably are at home and are young ones coming up. Thank you so much for that. Then again, you can always catch our videos which tells so much stories. As we put it, Samba Sport Podcast is where best of stories are told. You can catch us on YouTube, our other social media handles, Facebook, Instagram. We're available. Subscribe, like, and share our content so that you can feel the impact that Summer Sport Youth Agenda has on the community, not just in Kwale, but in Mombasa and Kenya at large. I've been your host, Hafsa Mohammed. Thank you so much. Till next time. Bye-bye.